Alright everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. I'm not just saying that as a formality. It's actually true. I really do appreciate, and actually I'm going to suggest that you do subscribe because I have tens of thousands of views and just a few people that subscribe, and I'm actually would like to push towards making the content much better and smoother for all of you. And in order to do that, I definitely need a lot more subscriptions. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this video of organizing some of these bits. Now, one thing that I'm going to do, because I'm just sharing, is utilize this printer. You can use this label maker on your actual large toolboxes, or you can use these on these little bit containers. And this particular model is it's a PT-M95 P-Touch by Brother. Just something I picked up on Amazon, like probably 90% of most of the stuff that I acquire, and it's just basic label thing. You stick the cartridge in there, and this particular one is white. I bought some additional ones, maybe black and red or green, and you can color coordinate. And I'll try this out with some of the setups. What I'm aiming for, since I really like two things about these containers: one, that they're clear; two, that you can actually, not in this one, actually this one has the dual drawer, like the 2-layer setup. I like that. But in this particular one, I like the fact that the lid, you can use it for storage. Now, this is kind of tricky. This particular bits can only fit in these inserts that can only be inserted in a container that does not have the middle. See how it has the middle here, it has the middle here, it has the middle there. So these cannot fit, because I think this particular bit right here, that would be the middle. So the pro and the con. The pro is this particular container, you can store things in the lid, but not if you have these bits in here, because they were closed, they were touch. They would touch the thickness of the bits, and it wouldn't allow the entire container to close. So if I took these bits and stuck them in there and then tried to close it, it would not close. So I will try it out later, but I definitely want to use this container to store more than just these 5 bits, or 2, 4, 6 bits. So I will work on that. I'm thinking about maybe just using, because the way for me it makes sense to organize is have the containers of bits that I use very often. So if I, like when I'm doing the set building stuff, the majority of the screws that are there, like 90% of them are just a fill up. And I think it might be P4. I forgot the size of the screws, the majority, but it's like between 2 sizes. And so in that setting, I would just probably utilize one of the small containers and have the bits in there, because usually one bit can last you throughout the day unless you drop it, lose it, or whatever. And sometimes the head of the screws, since they're reused so many times, they could be very, very worn out. So the point is to have a container that have all the bits that I use often. So I would think of it like in 3 phases. Phase 1 are the bits that I use often. Phase 2 are the bits that I use every now and then. And phase 3 would just be the one that store the bits that I rarely use. And usually stuff I use often, I would prefer for it to be smaller so it can be lighter and things of that nature. This will almost be more of a project setup. I will set this one up to have a variety of things like this That way, this would be more of like my project container. When I'm doing a project and I need to drill, screw, remove, hold, or whatever, pretty much how this one is set up for a combination of what you may need. I would do that, but I would just do it according to the variety of projects that I do. And I probably will implement the labels on this side, so that way I can have a container filled with P2s or P4s or whatever the size is. And of course, as you know, these is very small. To see the size, you have to take it out and turn it around and finally get to the... Can we focus? Okay. So that particular... Oh, this one is a P3. I don't know if you can see that. But the point is, I really like the fact that you can store things in a lid, so I can have all the same sizes of what I use very often in that container. That's why I like having so many of these containers, so I can rearrange them according to how it makes sense for me and my particular purpose at that particular time. This is just extra ones. I have tons of these. But anyway, so that's the quick video just showing you that you can implement the label machine in this. I haven't did it yet, so I'll probably do another video showing after I've had a chance to rearrange some of these. I probably will have a couple of containers like this with just the drill bits only. So I might remove some of these so I can have 3 to 4 of these just with drill bits only. So I would know when I unlock that pack, it's just drill bits only, whether they're concrete or wood or metal or whatever, carbide, gold tip, blah, 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 blah. And so then I also probably will design one of these where it's a combination like this, because you can't do all tall ones because they're going to interfere. But anyway, just showing you guys this setup. Thanks.